It is the unique and historical responsibility of higher education in a democratic society to be the provider of intentional opportunities for broad and deep civic learning and civic action. No other institution provides both.
This is an important turning point in our collective history. Political uncertainty, the rising costs of higher education, and lack of civil discussion and engagement threaten the future prosperity of our campuses and communities. But democratic revitalization, self-governance, and robust civic institutions demand more than electoral engagement. They require citizen commitment to principles of citizenship and social responsibility.
The political system outside of our colleges and universities is pretty bad. Ask Americans whether they think the institutions are working well or the democracy is good, and 80% will say no. And many of them don't just say no, they also don't participate. And some of that is that they're abstaining because they don't like what they see, and it's also highly unequal.
So I think right now it's fair to say, both in the context of the US and globally, that if you are to talk about the civic or being civically engaged and not address issues of power and inequality, I don't know if you're being engaged effectively.
Demographics are shifting, whether people want them to or not. The problem has been and continues to be the adults that need to teach the children don't understand diversity, don't respect innovation, entrepreneurship, and change. So how is it we always expect the young people, it's always the burden on the young people. The young people had to integrate and get along when the adults could not. So it really has to flip. You keep talking about what do you need to teach students. Many of the students teach us. This generation now, they seem to get along better than we ever have. So the change needs to come on the other side, but it's extremely difficult to untrain. It's extremely difficult.
I think we're at a very important critical juncture for all of the civic engagement work. On the one hand, institutions of higher education are financially stressed, both private and public. Huge demographic shifts in who goes to college and how much they can afford to pay for it. Obviously a technological revolution going on, but this fourth one being the whole question of legitimacy of what institutions of higher education are about and what they offer to society. Are they simply going to be credentializing operations for first jobs for students, or are they going to be more than that?
Democracy places civic demands upon its citizens, and to meet those demands requires education beyond civic schooling that is broad-based, critical, and supportive of meaningful civic values, participation in self-government, and democratic, open and principled leadership.
The Bringing Theory to Practice monograph series and grants provide opportunities for advancing and understanding the relationship between civic participation and higher education. We focus national attention on crucial questions about revitalizing the Academy's role in fostering civic development. What are civic values and practices? What are the implications of civic learning? How can the civic mission of higher education lead to broad and deep civic, democratic, and open practices? How can we move forward together to accomplish the promise of higher education? So how can you join the conversation? Use the Civic Series monographs to engage the conversation and start new ones on your campuses. The series is downloadable for free or available for purchase. The Bringing Theory to Practice project also gives out small grants to support these kinds of civic-minded conversations. For more information, visit AAC&U.org/bringing_theory.